Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Southern Hemisphere and the historic city of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Charles Davis set to go here in the Southern Hemisphere, and we're underway from Brazil. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man making his first NFL start. A big spot here for the rookie quarterback.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
Here's Johnson again on second down. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this...
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Jones. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Throwing Jones. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Our home team,
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a first down.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. In motion, right goes Allen.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to Hampton on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
at the 41-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A first down carry here for Johnson to the 27-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw and get hurt.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown! And Xavier Worthy, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Visitors 14.
So the drive there took 6 plays. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
That's good. Incomplete.
They'll drop the throw. Short throw to Disley. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Only a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Second and 10.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
On first down, it's Hampton. It was Brian Cook who made the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick throw there is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 56 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
A gain of 16 yards. And a first down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. Result is a first down.
Again, it's Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Second down and goal. Jones. Oh, good move at the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce from a yard out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
You met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
21-3 is your score after one. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to be a draw play. Hampton. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield.
Midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll drop this out to Hampton, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
8 yards to go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Johnston on the quick slant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Ladd McConkey from 8 yards out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described, Big-time arm right there. And let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Jones throwing to start the drive. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Results in a first down.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Again, it's Johnson. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
37. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Give up the middle to Johnson. Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 18. Complete to Olande.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is really be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now,
under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
one thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one finds McConkey. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have any short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 92 yards rushing for it. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's into the hands of Worthy. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
A pickup of 2 yards. Result is a first down.
Off the play fake. Jones gets by it. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, it's Hampton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. He gets this to Hampton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards. And the first
now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man right side, that's McConkey. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run to the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Hampton. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. we saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And a long run there in the end to top it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now Jones. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he's brought down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Results in a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw again. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Butker's kick here is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Now a deep one for Johnston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the up
to the right side and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a quick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime,
They spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. On first for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Results in a first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
An extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he stopped immediately there. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game. And he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The second. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They'll look to throw. Able to shake it off. all that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
The false start backs them up 5, first and 15. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on second and 14. Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Here's third and 3.
Gain of 10 yards. And it's
operating from the gun. Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
and a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He's got a man, that's Keenan Allen. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And this one is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Now this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And you get a look at the numbers, and they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They begin the drive with Johnson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Off to the races. Touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. but that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Hampton. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50.
That's a gain of 5.
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
They will run for it with Hampton. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
A gain of 6. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Result is a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson.
Number 37. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Out of the gun now on third down. That is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the National. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball is not free. And a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The offense on third down tonight, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll look to throw here on first down. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They work inside here. Hampton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Given 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Hasn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would try to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He's got room to roam. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
To Omarion Hampton. 1st and goal at the 9.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, When it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
The tight end in motion right. They're going to look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? You know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And touchdown. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. As his guys continue to pour it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Our home team, 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. First carry for Najee Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On the give, it's Vidal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Drew Tranquill.
On play action, they'll throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Complete to Keenan Allen.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up third down on the sack. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one finds McConkey. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Results in a first down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At the 7-yard line.
So that last run is going to be the one to do it. He has officially broken the NFL's single-game rushing record. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Johnson is into the end zone. Touchdown. So this now, we may be looking at a debut for the ages, a 4-touchdown game in your first ever game in the NFL. Charles, where do you go from there?
Well, I know in your mind, as a player, you think, well, if I got 4 in this one, I'll get 5 in the next one. But you have to understand it's the NFL. Be realistic. Just continue to improve your craft and really enjoy this debut.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Shifts past him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On the ground, it's Vidal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see, But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Key start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Going to give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 20-yard line.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.
The 2026 season has arrived. I'm Scott Hanson, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Plenty of action to get you caught up on. We start at MetLife Stadium. The Jets at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's the veteran Adam Thielen. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Steelers come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And this is Nick Westbrook-Akine. He's going to find a seam in the middle of the field and haul it in. 56 yards, touchdown. The Dolphins find a way. They win it by a point. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle. The Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And this is the Niners quarterback. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. The 49ers had a lot of roster turnover in the offseason, but they get the win in the season opener. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hanson saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week right here on EA Sports.
The sun starts to set. We're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, it's our main event between these road warriors and the home team. Leading the visiting sideline, as always, their head coach. These guys just about set to go in this one. And across the way, we get a glance at their head coach. She, of course, coming off that historic first win for a female coach in the NFL. I'm Kate Scott. It's going to be Harrison Butker to get us started. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway once again. And he's brought down just inside the 25.